spooky, but Heather kind of tends to take charge of her own surroundings and gets aggressive too. Uh-oh. Stay behind the ropes. Heather gets aggressive and she'll come at you, her owner has told me. And we've had all of these horses vetted to be sure that they are physically capable of doing the demonstrations that we're setting out to do. We have, she can come in now, we have the owner of Heather here today. What is your name?
Mary Neville.
Mary?
Neville.
Mary Neville.
Yes.
And where are you from?
Donard, County Wicklow.
Gerard.
Donard.
Donard.
Yeah. County Wicklow.
Okay. And this is Heather.
That's Heather.
And Heather is a spooky girl.
She is, yes, she is.
Yeah. And you could tell the folks a little about her and the problems that we've had, and see if I can interrupt some of those problems and help her a little bit, okay?
She frightens at everything, and now she won't take a rider on her back, and she just does what she likes. She bucks and rears and does all that sort of thing.
I think Heather is down for another demo.
Yes, so we'll be seeing Heather again, where we can see this bucking and not taking a rider.
And today is spooky, and then we're going to come back with the bucking and the riding, right?
Absolutely. We're going to come back tomorrow with the bucking and the riding.
Is she looking at that? Nah, she's not spooky at all. She didn't even notice this plastic bag. Or did she? A little plastic bag? Hello. I saw a frog. I saw a frog. You don't get me? She has two frogs, one on each front foot. And I saw one of them. Yeah. She will get aggressive, I can see that. And she does not want that plastic bag anywhere near her, that's for sure. Okay, let's bring in the small one, please. We're going to put a tarpaulin down and just see how good Tommy is here. This is Thomas Witt. Tommy's from Germany, and Tommy is an instructor and has actually taught courses in California with me and has done one heck of a good job for me. He's a wonderful, wonderful example of my instructors. Come on in, girls. On this. And here is Gabrielle. And Gabrielle is from Italy. And here is Christiana, also from Italy. And here is Shira from Germany. And as I've announced to you, Caroline is outside the pen. Okay, Tommy? Let's see if you can walk Heather across this tarpaulin. You all be careful now, she could jump in your pockets. Help. No, I think it's too dangerous, Tommy. She's gonna jump and kick and hurt somebody. Okay, now let's see if through incremental training we can get Heather to be more accepting of these things. You know, when you have a horse that just flies away when the little plastic bag comes out of the hedge, small one, the tiny one, please, and does a U-turn and just takes off across the countryside, there's a tendency to just say, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, I'll get it up to the join-up. I'm sorry. There's a tendency to just say, I'll get to that plastic stuff after next week, and then next month, and then next year. And maybe we'll get her in foal and turn her out and she'll forget it. And then you never do it. Because it's dangerous. And if you don't know the procedures of incremental training, it can be very dangerous. I don't want anything to be dangerous for her or for me. So I want to do incremental training, and that means to ask her for a little piece at a time. Just a little bit of learning. And the first one is to get Heather joined up with me. And as you can see right now, she's not terribly happy with people, as the owner has already said. But join up, and a lot of you have seen it already, so I won't mess about with it. I'll just get on with it. But eyes on eyes means go away. And I will now attack the problem that Heather has, which is plastic bags and tarpaulins. You can see that there's a little plastic bag on the end of that bamboo pole and some sponge on this end with some soft tape. Now it's just a stick. But she's still frightened of that. Stinging a horse for pain will only get you this kind of ear. Look at that. That is an evil ear. That's an ear that says, I will kill you if you go to whip me. That's an eye that says, you be careful, Californian. I am from Ireland, and I've been whipped before, and I know how to take care of you if you start to whip me. Now I want to touch her with this stick. Yesterday, I couldn't do it with that horse. Easy now. And she will strike. Yesterday's horse would too, Zena. So, yesterday, I showed my audience that I can touch her with this stick. Want to bet I can touch her with this stick? Sure, I'll bet you, Mr. Roberts. I'm watching her, and I don't think you can touch her with that stick. Well, I can touch her with my hand. Well, yes, but that's not the stick. I know. But if I keep the stick in my hand and touch her with this hand, now I'm touching her with the stick. You owe me the money. So now I'm touching her with the stick. And once it's there, you notice where it is. I can back down now. And it's right there on the wither where her mother scratched her when she was a baby. It's right there where horses are used to being groomed. And if we start incrementally, we can cause a horse to relax and accept this stick right there on that wither. When she settles and allows it, I'll take it away. That's the reward. I know, those of you that are scientific, that's negative reinforcement. Yes, it is. And negative reinforcement is 50% of all training. Negative reinforcement is good, not bad. It means the removal of something in the training process, and adding to is positive reinforcement. But they're both acceptable training techniques. Now she let me put the stick right back up. Now, but I'm not going to whip her. I'm just going to rub her and take it away. Now watch as I increase the difficulty by moving quicker back. Remember that I have to be away 3 seconds for her to process it. But here comes the stick back again. And now I'm able to just move the stick back and forth up on her. Now you know that the plastic bag is on the other end of this stick, and she knows it too. But I'm going to broaden my sweet spot now from here all the way back down here, and then take it away. Oh, that was good. Now, I'm going to try to do some things here that you will find difficult to believe are happening based upon the behavior that you saw when she came in here. But I'm beginning to enter that zone with her where she trusts me. I'm going to give her a rub now and just let her know that that's what I'm looking for and that I want her to trust me. And then I'm going to turn this thing around and put the plastic bag up there. Now the plastic bag is up there, and she couldn't stand a plastic bag coming anywhere near her in the beginning. But now the plastic bag is jumping up and down, and she's tolerating it very well. Now I know it's a plastic bag that's all tied up here and just in a little tiny bundle, and now it's not in a tiny bundle, so it won't be so easy for her to accept it. But she did. And the trust level is increasing dramatically as I work. Now that plastic bag is going right down the hind leg, where my owner would have expected her to kick that for sure.
Yes, she would.
I'm going to touch that other hind leg, which is a big challenge, and then put it right back up. Now, I'm going to jump up and down here, and we're going to go to the other side too. Easy, good girl. Easy, good girl. We're getting a breakthrough, and that dually halter goes to work now and says, no, I don't want you to move. I want you to stay here with me. The dually halter will be a big, big factor in getting her to settle. I want her to wait and give me a chance. Now watch as I work here down the hind leg. I was taught this little procedure by a horse called King Alchemist in Lambourne. And he said, get around behind me where I can't see you, and if you can get me to accept that plastic bag when you're around behind me that way, I'll get gentle a lot faster. It stays there when she walks, stays there, stays there. When she stops, then it goes away. That was good. I'm going to put the stick back up there now and just reinforce that acceptance of the plastic bag and then bring it back. I'm going to let it slide down that other side a little bit. And we'll walk her. Motion when she's got the plastic bag on her back is a big thing. But she's learning that I mean her no harm. Violence is never the answer. Violence is always for the violator and never for the victim. I could just stop her with one hand then with the dually halter, and I'll do it again. Just like that. And again. Just like that. Back up on the wither. We have a different horse now. Easy, good girl. Easy, good girl. And notice that I'm not forcing her. We're going to go slow now and bring it back and let her watch it through that dreadful kind of armor that she has. It's like a coat of armor that they have. And listen to my voice and tell me what my pulse rate is. Listen to my voice and ask yourself, that guy's out there and she's up in the air striking at him, and he doesn't seem like he's nervous. Nope. That's because I've taught myself how to keep my adrenaline down and my pulse rate low, because that's the only way that I can get a horse to synchronize with me and allow these things to happen. Well, I couldn't do that. Yes, you can. Sign up for a course with Caroline, and you can do it too. Also, I should tell you that if you go to montyroberts.com and then look for online university, you will see more than 100 lessons up there that are quick little short lessons in all the things that I do. Okay, folks, we're ready to go.